Okay, next on the list is the engine mounts. I'm pretty much doing both the passenger and driver side. I think they're both kind of toast, especially the passenger side, because I just replaced the clutch and I was lifting the engine and the whole left side was just off the mount. I'm like, oh yeah, that's toast. So let's flip the camera and take a look. All right, so on the left side, you've got the passenger motor mount. Looks like secured by one nut here, and then you've got a nut underneath. I've got the car and jack stands already. So do that carefully. And then underneath here, I don't have any flashlights, but you'll see in this little hole here, there are two 17 millimeter, I think, nuts. Take those out. And then you've got the one, or you got two on the other side as well. And then you've got the one nut on top. Take that off. I'm gonna see if I can get away with just that, or if I have to take off the whole mount off the side of the engine, if I can show y'all. There's a couple bolts there. It's gonna be kind of a pain, but should be doable. And then this side. So this side's the fun part, because Toyota decided to put the oil filter right above the freaking engine mount, which is the weirdest thing in the world. Super dumb, but whatever. So that's the other one. Looks like it's got the little shield there, but I'm gonna need an oil change anyway, so I'm gonna drain the oil, take the oil filter out. Then that should give us access to that one, and we'll go from there. So let's do that. So we've got the 17s out. Here we go. There's about the same on both sides. Got the oil filter out. You know how much of a pain that is. So now I'm gonna end up jacking the car up. Just gonna use a little wood block, put it on the front of the pulley there. You can see I've got a little bit of a coolant leak somewhere. I think it's my cap, we'll see. So jack up the engine a little bit, and then we're gonna get to the top bolts, and that should be what frees the motor up. All right guys, bit of a pain, but I'm trying to use what I got. So I've got a little 17 mil and then a little swivel reducer, because I only have 3/8 extensions here. And then broke it loose. Just be nice and careful. I also jacked up the engine a little bit just to get it off of the mounts here. This is how I have it, like I said, just kind of nice and easy there. I'm hoping I don't have to fully remove the mounts off of the block side. I'm hoping I could just raise it enough to where it comes off of these mounts here, but we'll find out. And so yeah, just keep going, and then we'll see what we are working with here. It looks like I was able to remove the motor mount from underneath. So basically I just raised it up and slid it out that way. Focus, come on. So yeah, got it out. Looks like I got it high enough. Now the passenger side is gonna be a pain, but let's worry about that in a minute. Let me get my mounts here. The mounts, they should be the same part number, left and right, I believe, which kind of was weird to me, but it makes sense. So cool. So you got this is all one piece. See, my old one was absolutely destroyed, so nice and solid here, versus this one was just apart. I knew it was done for because I was trying to raise my motor so I could make the trans install easier, and it literally lifted right up with that. So I'm gonna try and slide it underneath. Let's see if I can show you real quick. Pretty much underneath like that. So slide the pin in first like that, seat it, and then I'll have torque specs for you. So I pretty much got this side up as high as I could. Honestly, I got it to the point where it was kind of jacking the car up. Probably not the best idea, but this should not be this complicated, so I'm just fed up. But I basically surprisingly was able to move the motor mount like this way a little bit by tapping on it, and I got the motor mount in place there. The only thing is I just got to figure out how to tap it back. I'm probably just going to tap it through like that corner. Just be careful not to break it. So tap it back in place so I can lower it down. The passenger side one, I don't want to have to redo the oil freaking filter housing stuff. I really don't want to do all that. So I'm using two extensions, fairly long, and I'm tapping the very corner edge of the motor mount there. If I can show it to you guys. All right, so you see the edge of the motor mount right there where the circle is. So I'm hitting the very, like not the very edge, but kind of towards the edge so I can distribute the force. And I'm pretty much just tapping very, very carefully, directly, and just slowly turning the motor mount back in place. And that's because that bolt over there next to the catalytic converter is such a pain in the butt to get to, and I just don't know how you do it. So doing it this way, nice and carefully, slow, because the last bolt on this side is a bit hard to get to because of the oil filter housing. You can get to those two. I already started one. That one's a pain to get to. And then there's one on the bottom side here that you actually might be able to twist it the way I'm doing it, but the problem is getting it back in place is kind of hard because you can't get to that corner to kind of twist it back, or this one to twist it forward or whatever. So I might just call it a wash on that one till I decide to do it however long later, but we'll see. So basically I was able to find a spot through the intake manifold, and I was able to see it feed there, and just be very, very careful. And I tapped it down. This seems to be the furthest I can go. I'm gonna see if that's enough to shimmy the old mount out. But this way, banging it back should be easy from underneath. So we're gonna be able to do that. I might need to go a little bit further, but just use a mallet, hit that, get it out of the way so that we can squeeze it out. But about to find out if it works, if that's enough, or if we need more. All right, guys, real quick, don't make the mistake I did, because I didn't leave the nut on there halfway, kind of like just lightly on there. It got stuck, and when I got it to rotate, it was even more stuck. So do this just so to make sure it kind of stays up. And then I got them out of the subframe here. So now once we tap back from the top, it should be able to turn. So this is the driver's side, or I'm sorry, passenger side, and that was completely destroyed. This one wasn't too bad. It was definitely on its way out. Here's the other one. Looks like it's identical, like I said earlier, with the part number. They are identical. The reason why I was thinking it was different was because the driver's side one, because the oil filter's right there. Smart thing, what they did was they decided to put like a shield for the oil, just as to prolong the life of the rubber mount. So you pretty much just, you see the little notch there, you match the notches with this notch here for the metal that goes first, and this should be the closest side to the engine, the notch like that. And then you've got the rubber shield that should go on top. You just got to match the notches there, if I can get it with one hand, and then match this notch. That should be it. The crappy part is this doesn't give much room, or it's that much less room to get the new mount in, but we should be good. I'm just gonna squeeze it from this side. Sucks that I have to have this side jacked up, kind of in the way, but it is what it is. We'll figure it out. So let's get that new mount in, and then I'm gonna show you where I tap to get the motor mount to the engine block back in place. All right, guys, got the new mount in. Make sure you align the notches. There's a notch on the block side of the mount as well. Just align all three of those things for the notch, and you should be good to go. Okay, so we're on the home stretch now. So if you can, hopefully I can show you guys here, but if you see where I'm putting these extensions here, I have more grip with the ratchet side, or the ratchet side of the thing. So you bang here just like that, bang the bottom here nice and slow, don't ruin the mount, and it should go right in place. So pretty much got everything tightened down. I couldn't get that one to click. I was kind of sketched out, so what I did was I got it as tight as I felt comfortable with. I'm just gonna keep an eye, make sure that doesn't back out or anything over time. But yeah, now we're just gonna put the new oil filter back in. Put her, I had to do an oil change, so just put fresh oil in there, and then get the intake stuff back on. Should be pretty easy, and then that should really it.